semi-final. The FIBA Olympic pre-qualifying tournament here from Türkiye as Croatia take on Ukraine. So a Croatian team coming into this game as the winners of Group D. They successfully defeated Sweden, Netherlands and Belgium for top spot in their group. As their opponents today, Ukraine come through as the second place finishers in Group D, having defeated Iceland and Bulgaria. They lost to Türkiye. But this is going to be an entertaining encounter here today. The Ukrainian team, last time out, took the hosts down to the wire, really. Probably closer than the 72 to 85 scoreline suggests. And for Croatia, you know, it wasn't their best performance last time out. So there are the two semi-finals, the four qualifying team here, who will be battling it out for that one spot in the Olympic qualifying tournament that will take place next summer. As we came into this one with the hosts, Türkiye and Croatia, ranked as the #1 and #2 teams in the FIBA Power Rankings. That is the way the group stages went, with those two teams winning the group. But is there going to be an upset on the cards here? First of all, it will be the opportunity of Ukraine to get that win. Like I said, they've played well through their opening games. A 80 to 71 win over Bulgaria, though that did require overtime. A 82 to 69 win over Iceland. And then, as we said, a good encounter of themselves against Türkiye on Wednesday night, or sorry, Thursday. They eventually went down, didn't play their best game, but they showed the quality and potential that they do have here. And a team that could upset Croatia, that is for sure. In the build-up, you know, in these first three games, they've been superb, rebounding the ball. That has been their kind of their mojo. That has been the separator for them. A lot of strength and depth on the inside. But that man, Alexander Kovliar, has been the one pulling all the strings at the point guard position. He's averaging 19 points a game. He was held in that game against Türkiye. He scored only 9 points after scoring 23 and 25 in the two games before. And that was a big reason why Ukraine were unable to get the win. On the other side for Croatia, opening two games for them, absolutely superb. They just rolled through the opposition in Group D. But last time out, they win against the Netherlands, but it was 89 to 81, a lot closer than the other games had been. They didn't seem to have the same energy, the same intensity in that performance, the Croatian team. But they've had a day off. They will be regrouped here, and you cannot argue with the quality of lineup that they have with the individual players. And as we said, the way they played through those first two games, really, really impressive stuff. Will that be the Croatian team that we see, or will it be Ukraine that can cause the upset here? We're going to have a little break for the anthems, but the game will be starting shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem. First, the national anthem of Ukraine. Ukraina Ulusal Marşı. Ulusal dışı.
Anthem's done for these two teams, and we are a little step closer to getting underway here in the opening semi-final between these two teams. So the teams exchanging gifts as Jalen Smith struggles to find someone to give his Croatian flag to. We see our officials today. There is Paulo Marquez from Portugal, Michal Proš from Poland, and Marius Shulin from Romania. So the crew in charge here today, guys we have seen throughout this tournament. There is Alexander Kovlia. We said what a tournament it has been for him. He has been the main player for this team in Ukraine. He didn't have his best game last time out, just 9 points. So man has played so well throughout, leads the team in assists, points and assists, 19 points and 7.3 assists. He is out there in the starting lineup, and it's a change for Ukraine. They're going to go Krutos, Bobrov, Vojinovic, Pastovi joins the starting lineup for Ukraine here today. He has come in for the first time. Usually it is Kratsov that is the starting center. So Coach Stepanovsky making a little change, see if he can get his big man going, because Pastovi is averaging 10 points a game. He just hasn't really got into it. He hasn't played more than 20 minutes, and they'll be thinking, his defensive presence, the 7-1 man on the inside, will try and slow down this front line for Croatia. So same lineup as we are. Oh no, difference as well for Croatia. Mario Hazonia comes in for Roko Bajim. So it is Filipovic, Smith, Hazonia, Saric and Zubac out there for the team in white today. And it has been that front line for Croatia, hasn't it, that's kind of dominated things, as you would expect. Guys like Dario Saric and Zubac are NBA superstars, and rightly so. Those two lead the team in points, rebounds and assists, as Zubac averages 17.3 points and 8.3 rebounds. Saric, he is 13 points, he's 4.5 rebounds, and he is 7 assists a game. What a total from a kind of point forward as Dario Saric is. He plays a variety of different positions for this Croatian team, and it'll be interesting to see how they use Hazonia as a starter. When he came in previous games in off the bench, he was a bit of a punch scorer. As maybe one of the two of the guys went to the bench, he really led the second unit, kind of ran everything for him. He had a huge opening game for Croatia, 22 points in 19 minutes in the win against Belgium. He went 6 of 8 for 3, but since that point, 3 of 10 against Sweden, 3 of 9 against the Netherlands in the next 2 games for Mario Hazonia. So perhaps another signal that they're going to try and get him going early, see if they can get him into the game. And that man there, Bobrov, will be matched up against Dario Saric, the two people we see in the screen. So Bobrov did a pretty good job defensively last time out against Türkiye. He had the tough task of guarding Şengün on that particular occasion. And now he's got to go back-to-back and face off against Dario Saric. So Josip Cesar, the head coach of the Croatian national team, what a job that man has done. As we said, they looked really good first 2 games. Perhaps eased off the gas in the last one, and they did enough workmanlike performance, you know, never in doubt really of losing, but just not the same intensity for me they had in the opening 2 games. See if they can bring that back here, if they were saving themselves for this semi-final, because this is what it is, comes down to. It is do or die, it's win or go home for these 2 teams. Croatia in the white uniforms, Ukraine in the blue, as you can see. Yeah. Welcome to Istanbul, semi-final number 1 here in the pre-qualifiers for the Olympic Games. It is the opening possession for Croatia. Ukraine on the defensive end. In the matchup we expected, Pastovi guarding Zubac on the inside. The little scoop from Jalen Smith is good. And Croatia off the mark early. Smith almost exaggerates that scoop shot, doesn't he? Seen that come a couple of times. As Pastovi, he has this range. He likes that shot, and that's going to pull Zubac away from the ring a little. That is what he can do. And when he adds that scoring punch for Ukraine, they're a different type of team. Just one more guy for them to really contribute. As Smith once more has a little bit of a step. Look at the D from Pastovi. Gets back and challenges, but has too much room for Zubac. And Croatia score in the opening 2 possessions. Interesting, Smith has been the one that's been actually the creative force for them. And his first foul goes against Croatia. There is Jalen Smith. He's playing for Bologna next year in Italy. I've really been impressed with his play. Like his energy, like his talk as well. You always see him talking. You can often hear him even when there's a crowd. He's chatting to teammates all the time. As Pastovi, as it tipped away. Wow, the Croatians thought that should have come off, that it did come off a Ukrainian hand last. This should have been their possession. Referee disagrees. 8 on the clock for Ukraine to get something. Here comes Pastovi stepping out. This is the key man in Kovliar. Let's see if he shows white. Nope. First one is missed. And Croatia come the other way. Filipovic holding and waiting, gets them organised. First touch for Dario Saric. And now they'll space the floor. Here it is, Saric stepping into a 3. Oh, it rattles and comes out. Kovliar using that early screen. Bobrov moves it on nicely. Oh, he's got a little roll. No. Pass couldn't find him, and Croatia looked to run the other way. Zubac holding and waiting. Nothing on, gives it to Hezonja. Hezonja, this is what he can do. Such a talented scorer, Mario Hezonja. Time gets deep in the lane, finishes it off the glass, his first 2, and this is what we always see from Croatia. Such a bright start for them. And it's going to be a turnover. Bobrov with the illegal screen. It's almost every game Croatia come out like this, you know, really hot, just defensively so good and causing problems for the other team. Don't let them get any rhythm whatsoever. Looks like it's going to be another quick start. Hezonja gives it over. Filipovic. He's got the step. Pastovi, I think, got a piece of it. And now this is the opportunity for Ukraine to run. Can they get something easy in transition? They get it to Pastovi. He's wiped away by Zubac. And then look at Smith. First to it. Chase for the ball. It's loose. Ukraine are going to pick it up, but shot clock will be getting low here. Good work from Smith defensively. Oh, Bobrov kicks it to Pastovi. What a shot at the end of the clock. And the offensive rebound, no. It comes away well. Ukraine didn't have long. They got a great shot for the time that they had, and then it looked like Bobrov was going to be able to get the offensive rebound as well. Somehow it just bounced out of his hands. And Saric Goes to Zubac, and he is fouled. That is just Dario Salic at his best, isn't it? Little fake, confuses the defense. Look at the space. Beautiful feed. Bobrov commits the foul, you know, sacrifices the personal to see if he can save 2 or save a point from the line. The problem is it's the second foul on Bobrov. And the thing is, Zubac is just such a good free throw shooter. And he does punish you by getting to the line. Doesn't leave a lot of opportunities to the one side from the charity stripe, as he does go 2 of 2. Croatian bench like it. Kovliar playing against the pressure. It's interesting. I wondered if they would use Smith on Kovliar. They've given Filipovic the matchup. They've not changed it. He's done a good job so far. Here he is chasing the screens. There's Dovi trying to find Bobrov. Oh, he gets it eventually, can't finish. Second attempt, no. Hezonja's down the floor. He took off a second ago, gives it up. Filipovic lays it up for 2. And a 10-2 start for Croatia here. Said this is, you know, just their ability to control the game from the opening tip. So impressive. Takes away the rhythm, takes away the confidence of the opposition. Kovliar pulls up. He finally gets some space and knocks it down. Here is Smith drawing the foul against Kratus.
First personal foul being Jafari and team's third. Shot clock set to 14 seconds.
So there we see Filipovic giving it ahead. Hezonja had sneaked out after nearly getting a steal. Good pass from him. Now looks like it's going to be against Ukraine once more. And now turn Dovi picks it up. So Dovi is going to go to the bench. Zubac back at the line. Zubac already 4 points, make it 5 here. This is what he's done all tournament long, isn't it? He's been in superb form. Zubac. Actually leads the tournament in efficiency per game. You can see how impressive this Croatian front line is, as number 1 and 2 in efficiency is Zubac and Dario Salic. Kovliar turns it over. He is top 3 in the tournament. We're checking in points and assists. Number 2 in points, number 3 in assists. Turn over there. Gives the ball back to Croatia and a chance for them to get a double-digit lead here. Smith trying to come through the elevator. It's not needed as Hezonja knocked down the triple. And there's a timeout going to be called by Ukraine right now. Croatia, how good do they look? Once again, it is a dominating opening period to a game for Croatia. As Hezonja comes off the screen, nice little comfort dribble for him, just steps into it. As we said, this is a man who had 6 for 8 on opening night for Croatia. He is not going to miss too many of those.
He's nobody but there, ball, black. Wake up, black. What are you doing now on the hand off? See from fucking hand off, black. Get to guard, black. Focus, running jump, Sanya. When you are go here for starting zone, running jump, focus. This player from who go Bobby, black. Wake up. He go from you, focus, Sanya. He safety pass, black. Sanya pass to Slava, so come on, black. 2 against press. Right now, your safety pass. Zone, screen, 3 goal offense. Next offense, 51. Okay, Sanya, let's go. Hey, stop it now.
Frustrating timeout for Ukraine. Have not started the way they would have hoped in this one. As Croatia have built up a comfort level early in this game. They've got a sizable lead, but got key guys going as well. And that is just going to feed them with confidence, make it an even tougher ask for Ukraine to try and peg this game back a little. Croatia come with the pressure. Ukraine in 51 offense. That was the last out of the timeout. See where they go with it. It's into Koviar's hands. Here he comes off the screen, trying to find that room. Hits Bobrov, who's playing with the 2 fouls. Ball movement, someone's going to be free. They're going to step up and make it. No one does, and a 24-second violation. Again, another win for Croatia. They extend the pressure up the floor. They use some shot clock and just do a good job in the half court there for long enough. And the buzzer goes off, giving them possession again. Croatia, 11 points to the good already in this one. But they're going to cough it up. 4 on 3. Croatia now, Ukraine now got another guy. Koviar for 3, buries it. Koviar makes it, and that's an important score for him. He has 5 of the 7 for Ukraine. Saric waits for Smith. Thinks about it. Another turnover. Well, what's that? The 3rd and 4th time in this game between the teams. The ball's just sailed out of bounds. Saric thought he was going to come get it. Filipovic had gone back door. Just the timing wasn't there, and so Filipovic heads out. First action is Borna Kapusta. And he is. As Kapusta picks up first foul immediately. Good work from Zotov. Koviar once more moves off the ball now with Zotov. See if they can free him to do this. Throws the next 3 up, doesn't go. Zotov can score himself. His pull-up is good. Now, more creative with the kind of 2-point guards together in that backcourt for Ukraine. I think that's the move with Coach Stepanovsky. Just try and get some things going, see if they can create some offense. As Kapusta drives, loses it. Koviar runs it home and gets the 2. Good work from Ukraine, and it's Croatia's time to call the timeout. Excellent response from Ukraine out of their timeout, because they were trailing. Now they've brought it back to a 4-point game. It's Croatia 15, Ukraine 11. There's the defense of Bobrov. Remember, he is playing with 2 fouls, doesn't want to commit the cheek one. Good job in standing straight up. That leads to the finish here. 2 more from Koviar, and he has had a good start as the point guard for Ukraine. He has 7 points on 3 of 5 shooting.
Jel okej, samo smiri momci, sve u redu. Probaj dole spustiti klupu. Moramo vratiti ritam. Okej, ajde. Ajmo momci, sve okej. Ajmo. Hrvatska. Nemoj padat, ajde.
No panics from Croatia. Have some encouraging words coming out of the timeout. Just a bit of organisation for them. Said they started so brightly, still have the lead. Won't be fussed by a little run from Ukraine. And Sazonia comes high. Saric just drives, steps between 2 players. Fouled by Raksov. Raksov's first. Šarić, some good work there. As he gets number one. First point of the game for Šarić. As we said, what a tournament he's having. Not far off a triple-double last game. He needs everyone in assists. Nearly 8 a game. It's about the defensive end for Croatia. So Volinovic gets the switch against Šarić. Probably are now. He's being guarded by Smith. Smith going to use that little length that he has. And now Koviar as the miss, but look at the work on the glass. Kratsov tips it straight to Bobdrov, who lays it up for two. Great work from Kratsov. Babusta brings it down. And on this double screen for Smith. Sonia mishandles. And it's Ukraine. Chance to make it a one-possession game here. Zotov off the screen. Pulls it back out again. Here's Kobliar. Back to the hands of Zotov. Smith sending him to the middle. Good defense from Smith once more. Shot clock low. Kobliar fires up a three. Short. Šarić snatches it in. Šarić to Smith. He's been quiet offensively last couple of minutes. He's going to pass and cut. Doesn't get it. Šarić is the second guy. He wanders in, and two more shots to come. Kratsov is going to pick up his second foul there, I believe. And this is what the Croatians are able to do. They can just, you know, really hurt you by getting to the free throw line and having points tick over. They have 6 of 6 already from the line. And they'll take number 7 and 8 here with Šarić. You compare that to Ukraine, who haven't taken a free throw yet. Ostovi comes back because of the fouls against Kratsov then. As we said, Šarić back to the strike. This is 2 points of the game from there. Not sure if you could pick it up, but the chat towards the referee, you could hear him said that they've shot 10 free throws already. We've only got 2 fouls. That's a complaint from the Ukrainian bench. They're not getting the same rub of the calls right now as the Croatians. Not sure that is the case, but Croatia just done a really good job of getting themselves to the line. Jumper doesn't go. Here comes Babusta. Jim in for the first time. Misses. Zubac there to tip it home. 2 more for Zubac. He now has, what, 6 points already. Foul is called against Babusta, his second. No. Only the third against Croatia, though.
Stepping on the court for the first time this game for Croatia.
So Šarić goes out, and Roko Prkacin comes in. There he is, the 20-year-old. His best game last time out, 8 points in the win against Sweden. And the Shula can be an X factor. Excellent outside shooter. He's a bit like Hezonja's been used for Croatia. Mishula, if you haven't seen Ukraine play, he comes in. They seem to run a lot of plays for him to be able to shoot the ball. He's got that green light, and he has delivered so far for them in this tournament when he has been given that opportunity. Another foul against Ukraine. There will be 2 more free throws to come, this time for Smith. See Smith then steady himself. last season for Alba Berlin. Said he'll be going to Italy next year. First time outside of Germany for him. He's played the rest of his career since graduating from college. Yeah. Rebound to Kapusta. He's got Bejim ahead of everybody. Goes the other way. Kachin kicks it back out again. Kapusta now trying to find some room. Move the ball nicely, Croatia, to Smith. Smith into the lane. Finds Zubac, and he lays it up for two more. The lead back up to 9 points now. High-low pass, searching for Bobrov. It looks like a foul. Stovi was trying to get Bobrov on the high-low. Foul scored against the Rocco Bajim. Croatia bring in Mateo Dresnia. Bajim who picked up his first. 18 seconds left on the game clock, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Bobrov holds off Brikacin. Now Zotov holding. He uses the high pick. Zotov comes to attack again. Pull up doesn't go. Oh, he gets his own rebound somehow and puts it home. Ukraine, an important basket. Now they need to hold firm this last couple of seconds. Kapusta, a good look from the half, but too strong for him. So an important finish in the end from Vitaly Zotov. He brings his team 2 points closer, despite the fact that Croatia still have this this lead they have had throughout the opening period. It is Croatia 24, Ukraine 17 at quarter time here. There's the numbers. Another game where we haven't seen great three-point shooting from either team. The big discrepancy, though, the foul shooting from either team. Croatia's ability to get themselves to the line really helped them in this game, as they have shot 10 free throws already in this one. Can you shoot it as well as they do? As we mentioned, it just helps that scoreboard just ticks over. So even when they haven't been shooting it particularly well for three, as we said, just 1 of 3, 9 of 10 from the line. And they are now, even though 7 of 12 from the field, only 7 field goals there. They have less field goals than Ukraine. They have this comfortable lead off the back of those free throws. This man here in Koviar has been keeping his team in touching distance. He has 7 personal for Ukraine. But already we've seen, Croatia's ability to get a lead and then maintain it for Ukraine. They're going to have to come from behind here. Courtside 1891 app available for free wherever you download your devices on your mobile. Use the QR code on your screen now. So, opening possession for Ukraine. They go back to that same play. And they love for Pastovi to get that little jump shot. Gets it to go. Good work for them out of the timeout. See if they can back it up with a stop here defensively. That's tipped. It's going to go off of him last. And it is. Possession back to Ukraine. They trail by on just 5 points here, so a solid start. kick out. Pustovi turning, looking, trying to find somebody. Amici follows with the ball screen. Pustovi can't get anything. Shot clock down to 3. He's got to take another jumper. Oh, what a soft touch from the big man. Okay, Stepanovsky likes that one. Applauds Pustovi on the sideline. Now, the booster goes to the far side. They feed into Zubac once again. Prokachin cuts through. This is why Pustovi's out there. His length bothers Zubac right there. And then the block from Bobrov. Inside defense holding firm for Ukraine. As they come down. Kovliar using the high screen. He'll take the 3. Why, he's strong. Almost went off the glass. He's been getting that shot away though, Kovliar. See if we can get the radar going a little better as this game goes on. Here's Bajim. Now, pass for Zubac. Barusta's pass finds its target. I was about to say shot, but you can see last second changed the trajectory on it. Threw it over to Zubac for him to be able to get the easy score. Good work as Croatia open up a little bit of a lead again. Trying to find some room. Bobrov knocks his man to the floor. It's going to be a blocking foul. No basket. Is that Prokachin that's fallen to the floor? It is Marko Prokachin. Didn't quite have position. You see, block from Bobrov. Throws to this near side, Mashula way off on his shot. Reznia pulls it in. Filipovic back on the floor. Sadic takes the 3 and buries it. Well, that's the play they run for Sadic to try and get a pick and pop. It didn't work for him. As the defense had recovered, he just held it, waited a second, still able to get that 3 away. Good work from Sadic as Pustovi gets the quick response. Now, Majim is in waiting, holding. Sadic at the top once more, puts it on the deck. Croatia gone to this smaller lineup, trying to ask Pustovi to guard on the outside, and that is exactly what he struggled to do there. Sadic, a tough matchup for anybody. It's 2+1. Bonus is good. So, again, this lead for Croatia stretches out. It's now 9. Every time it gets this kind of this mark, back come Ukraine, but they've never been able to take the lead. And every time it gets a little bit closer, and Croatia have that response. Kovliar fouled. He will get Ukraine to the line here for the first time tonight. Already Croatia have scored 10 points from the free throw stripe. Dario Drednak picks up his first. points, 4 assists already here for Ukraine. That is what he means. He said, you know, the Turkish team and Shimus Hazer was able to really get a stranglehold on him. Made his life so difficult throughout the game. All credit to the Türkiye defense. You can see if he is given a little bit of space, you know, how difficult he is to slow down. Filipovic trying to attack. He's cut off by Kovlar. Bajim's got to try and force it up. Doesn't, loses it. Kovlar fouled. And it'll be 13 fouls, so sideline possession. Ukraine a good defensive stop there. Mateo Drezhniak commits the personal. Ukraine have matched up with the smaller lineup here the same way Croatia has, as Mashula buries it. Well, Mashula, that is what he does. Comes in, we said it's an interesting battle here. Croatia have gone small, Sadic is the 5, and now, you know, Ukraine have kind of done similar. Bobrov the 5 and Volyanovic is the 4. They've got both teams with the small ball lineups. And right now, that's working for Ukraine better than Croatia. They hit the 3, and there's a foul here. So it's possession back for Ukraine. They trail by 4. Bobrov looking to screen. He rolls. He can score against smaller players in the post as a double comes. Nice cut from Kovlar from Volyanovic. Eventually a foul is going to be called against Dario Drezhniak. Wow, it was a great trap from Croatia. Cut came from Ukraine, but because of the great defense in the double team, Bobrov couldn't find Volyanovic on the cut. He was eventually fouled though. And team fouls against Croatia. Means that maybe these free throw numbers will start to even up now, because any subsequent foul from Croatia will see then at the line. Hezonja after the miss. 3-point game as, you know, some of these starters starting to come back in now for Croatia. There's Sadic. Hezonja trying to tip it home. Good work from Drezhniak to keep it alive. And he's going to be called for the travel, I think, because he tried to get a shot away, he couldn't. You see Smith has come back in for the Croatians as well. They would love a little push here, a little run again at the end of this first half. See if they can stretch this lead out once more. Mashula has the ball, gives it up to Kovlar. Kovlar now sees where everybody moves. Still the small lineup for Ukraine. Bobrov rolls. He's got the mismatch. The defense will switch and bring Hezonja over to guard him. But they're not going to need it because Kovlar knocks down another 3. A big game again for him. Great first half already. As his 3 ties us, 32 apiece here. 12 points for the man who just snatches in the rebound. He's got 5 assists as well. Croatia have not been able to slow him down. Saric steps onto him as Mashula's jumper doesn't go. Good work on the offensive glass by Krutos, and now they'll clear space once more. Koviati attacks Saric. Mashula kicks it back to him. Another 3, but it doesn't go. Not a bad look for Ukraine. They're going to stop Hezonja here, though. Oh, the defensive breakdown. Nobody ready to match up with Hezonja. Nobody ready to stop the ball. So an easy 2 for Hezonja to give Croatia back the lead. I don't think you can give Mario Hezonja that much room. Schüler. Pulls it high. Bobrov comes to the screen. Schüler to the side. His jumper doesn't go. And again, there's bodies for Ukraine in there fighting for a rebound. Salic is able to get it though, and Smith slow to get up. He's holding that left ankle. Does not look too comfortable there, Jalen Smith. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there he goes. Rolls on that ankle, you can see it. Immediately goes to hold it. Watch the left foot, not that one. There he goes, and the little roll. That is going to be a big loss for Croatia today and moving forward, should they get victory. If Jalen Smith is in any way hobbled, said, you know, I can't believe Smith hasn't seen a long time guarding Kovliar right now, trying to slow him down. If he has a broken wheel, how is that going to affect him? Both ends of the floor. Kovliar is going to pick up number 1. As we've said, what a game. 12 and 5 already for this man. As Kratsov's going to come back in. Ukraine managing these bigs with their fouls. Kratsov has 2, Bobrov has 2 as well. So we're happy to get Bobrov going to the bench. Hopefully won't bring him back in this first half. And he doesn't pick up any more. Happy sight for Croatian fans as Smith stands and buries the first. Looks like he is okay to continue. Makes the second. Is it back to a 4-point game? Defense from Filipovic there, hounding Kovliar. Now he's going to get it back. The Ukrainian guard gets to the lane. Little step through, yeah, travel. Yeah, well, the left foot's fine, and he's, you know, going to complain. Well, what did I do? I only took, you know, came through with the step, but it's the right foot that's the travel. Let's have a look. So he'll seal the fake, gets deep in the lane, no problem at all. Good work. He's entitled to step through, but you see he moved the right foot first, and that's the problem. So the step through with the left wasn't an issue, but you can't move that right foot as well. Schüler commits the personal. Oh, sorry, Zotov it is. 45 that commits in on 35. Smith gives it over to Hezonja. Hezonja turns the corner on his screen. Perhaps had a lane. Trades 2 for a 3. Misses the jumper. An offensive rebound is fouled. 4th team foul now against Ukraine. So both teams will be shooting on any more fouls in this one here until the halftime mark. You see Vulinovic pulling the arm of Salic. Salic puts it on the deck. Good drive, and the finish comes from Filipovic. Makes it a 6-point advantage again for Croatia. Once more, after being pulled back, they're just stretching this lead out slowly. They'll take the jump shot with Kratsov. And nothing but the bottom of the net for him. Zubac is back in. Croatia need to get him some touches, surely, especially with Kratsov on fouls at the end of this first half here. Zubac screens. And Filipovic's jump shot doesn't go. Good rebound. In the end, as Croatia just tip it to Ukraine, who have to slow it down here. High low look. They'll leave Zotov. Zotov sells the little fake, gets the leg, can't finish. And is that number 3 on Kratsov? Kratsov is going to pick up the personal foul. So it's the personal on him and the 2 free throws for Croatia, a double whammy of pain for Ukraine as you see the confirmation of Kratsov's third foul. Šadić at the line. 10 points, 4 rebounds, only 1 assist for Dario Šadić. Two of 2. 6-point advantage. Javier getting it across the half. Has it back again. He'll use the rescreen. Javier. Short on his jumper. 5 for the rebound. 1 by Šadić. He's now got 6 boards. Smith thought he was going to get the foul call. Didn't. Gives a chance for Ukraine to run. Stop and go, and a lovely feed from Kratus to Kratsov. And he gets the left-handed score. There's Kratus on the lovely feed. Filipovic kicks to Šadić. Now, a rare touch for Zubac. On the low post, you know, Kratsov can't do anything. Just lets him go. 2 more for Zubac, and Croatia 42-36 lead for Ukraine here, who will talk it over in a timeout. Now, I want to make sure they manage his clock correctly here at the end of the first half. There's the footwork and the finish for Big Zoo. Moves him to 14.
Hey, focus is they stay 2-to-1 press after zone. Or run and jump press. Early bonus looking for a foul. Go for free throws after this. Stay 2 against press. Dot, Sanja, Mishula, 3 ball handles. Focus the front jump. Sanja, 3 ball opens. I want to last shot seconds, okay? Hey, look at take this. 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. Sanja, you're with ball. Last 8. Fake, go pin down, fake, go pin down. You attack 1-1 there in the bonus. You go this. And 4 and 5, your follow after kill because your man will be helper. And this will be bounce pass. It will be inside. Hey, go. Green up. 100%. Go.
Filipovic having a word with Mr. Shulin, the referee in charge of today's game. Shulin from Romania. The 3 crew here as we are inside the final 30 seconds of the first half. Ukraine have to get the shot away. Maybe enough time for Croatia to respond depending on how it's managed. Javier, he has it. Smith's going to come up high. Javier finds Bobrov. Bobrov now, 4 seconds. Backs it in a couple of times. Nice little footwork from him, misses though. And now Croatia looking for the final shot, is bouncing around. They won't get it away, so they get to stop Croatia, and they still have the lead, but they would have loved to have added 1 final attempt there. So at the half, Croatia 42, Ukraine 36. A close one here, as we kind of expected, although Croatia keep opening up this lead before they're pulled back by the Croatians. They'll extend it again, and now it's been pulled back once more. The free throw shooting the difference, and Croatia an advantage on the boards against Ukraine is something that we don't see very often. Ukraine, you know, did have success though with their smaller lineup. Javier leads the way, 12 points for his team. Šadić and Zubac. Zubac are the 2 leaders for Croatia with 12 and 14 respectively. best plays from second quarter. That's how Ukraine opened it up. The little pick and short roll from Pastovi. He has that ability to knock it down. And gets it to go there as well. A bit more of an offensive factor in that second quarter was Pastovi. And as we mentioned, for Ukraine, it was the small lineup really that worked best. This was Zubats getting the lob and finish. The small lineup, when used by the Ukraine team, really did cause some problems for Croatia. Anton Pastovi, 2 of his points there. Nice little feed. One of 5 assists in that first half from Kopitar as well. And this is finely tuned, really, for the second half. It is a 6-point lead. And, you know, Croatia have led exclusively here. They led for 18 minutes and 44 seconds. As there's been no lead changes, no times that the game has been tied either. For Ukraine, they have never led after they went down early. It was at one stage a 10-4 run in favour of Croatia. So they'll be looking to build on this performance in the second 20 minutes, as we will find out shortly who will be the first qualifier into the final.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
You win for all.
Half-time here in Istanbul. It is the opening semi-final of our Türkiye qualification round. As it is the FIBA Olympic pre-qualifying tournament. Croatia leading by 6 at the half against Ukraine. They briefly had an 11-point lead at one stage, did Croatia. Ukraine having never led in this game, but it's always been touch and go ever since kind of the 2-minute mark left in that first quarter. It's always been within sort of 5 or 6 points all the way through. At one stage we were tied at 32 apiece before Croatia had another run. And as much as Croatia have dominated this, you can just sense Croatia hanging around could make this an interesting one come the end of the second half.
Sonia, one side, rest, 2, you one side, and with Lena you play 5 defense, okay? Focus, good box out, Toma, give me 5, give me one very strong foul, okay? If you need to be very, very strong with him, I'm so easy, always in contact, on ball focus for this mid, and good use in the bonus. First open sign a 5 up, okay? Toma, when you will receive the ball here, and if they are active here with Sana, go to play dribble handoff, and after Sana you read, if you go over, you are done.
Make sure you download the Courtside 1891 app using that QR code for streams, schedules, scores, and more as we are, wrapping up play here in the FIBA pre-qualifiers for the Olympics. But we will swiftly be getting on to World Cup action on Courtside. That is coming up in about a week's time. It will be getting underway as we find out who will be the winner of the 2023 World Cup. So out comes Darius Šarić onto the floor for the second half as Coach Josip Cesar looking on. Šarić a strong first half, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and his front court teammate in Zubac had 14 points and 5 rebounds. Croatia have the opening possession of the second half, and we'll see if once again they can start a half strongly as the two NBA players looking to work together on the high-low. Out of bounds. In favour of Croatia still, 10 on the clock. Šarić comes off the screen, gets deep, finger rolls it home for 2. Beautiful from Šarić. That was the inverted screen, wasn't it? So often you used to the big setting the screen for the guard, but that time Filipovic came and set it for Šarić, confused the defense, and that's how he was able to get all the way to the rim. So now it is Pistovi back out there setting the screen. Koviar has a step, shoots over the top of Zubac, but the rebound falls to Hezonja. So often you see those misses. The rebound snagged in by the mismatch on the inside, but Hezonja's size and athleticism grabs the rebound, and then he just plays one-on-one to score at the opposite end. A 10-point game now. Swift start once again for Croatia, 4-0 in the first minute or so here for them. Koviar, Pistovi, that's his spot. Too strong, but a good offensive rebound that time for Ukraine. Friendlier bounce for them. Koviar skips it. Now Pistovi with 4 on the clock against Zubac. Gets deep, didn't get it away in time. And it is a 24-second violation, so Pistovi didn't know the time. No one told him. And a technical foul. It's going to be called against Stepanovski. So a chance for a freebie here for Croatia. Zonia at the line to shoot it. But the bottom of the net for him. Pistovi talking to Coach Stepanovski. And is an 11-point lead now for Croatia. This tie is the largest that it's been. Smith goes behind his back. Picks it up so often. Smith, when he brings it down, there's something for him up high, but no, far side. The drive from Hazonia finds Smith. Unselfishly makes the extra pass and is rewarded. Great ball movement from Croatia. Filipovic, who's often the man who's making the extra pass. This time, here's the one, knocks it down. And a 14-point lead now. Ukraine scoreless for the opening 2 minutes of the second half. Koviar has been the offense for them. Gets another good look at a three. Can't get it. And Hazonia coming the other way. Foul. Stops him in transition. You see Vojinovic sacrificing the one. Keep the ball in the half court. That's Filipovic knocking it down. Jump shot comes up short. Kick out. Bobrov moves it on. Defense switches though between the bigs, or between Hazonia and Saric. Hazonia guarding Bobrov. Tips it off his leg and gets the steal for Croatia. Here is Saric going the other way. Inside, outside. And Saric just walks to the rim for two. Another early timeout from Ukraine. Just like half number one, Croatia start this one hot. A 10-0 run. And they open up their largest lead of the game. That hit from Saric makes it 52-36. And Ukraine need to talk this over. They need to regain some composure here.
I don't respect that offense, blood. What you play, blood? Go 5, you play, blood. 55, 55-5, blood. What do you, blood? 2 against press. Sanya, you zone 3 down. Okay? Man to man. One side. Sanya, play for this side to be flat defense, okay? Bobby, open here. Hand off or deep, go, and after this pick. And after this stay defense, screen, boy, on him, and or you take the shot. This player is the guy. Okay, understand? But start with defense. Let's go. Let's go. Ukraina! 100%.
Alexander Kobliar, can he inspire another Ukrainian run to get them back into this one? Ratsov comes back in for Ukraine. They need something. There's Kobliar off the screen, skips it. The inside, Bobrov posting against Saric. This time it's a foul. That is the kick to Bobrov. He can't get it to go. Foul. Oh, a tie-up between Smith and Krutos. Not much in it. So it is second on Krutos, sideline possession for Croatia. Big lead for them now. Smith trying to find some room. Sadic makes himself available. Here comes Hezonja. Hezonja's pass. Oh, what a feed and what a finish. Great work from Hezonja, and Zubac is always going to be able to finish that, isn't he? Catches, he's just got such good hands. Makes that look so smooth. Here comes Ukraine again. Still can't get going into this third quarter. Scoreless for the first 4 minutes now of it. So Filipovic goes out. There we see the Turkish administration looking on, taking this one in, seeing who it will be. They may well face off against in the final. And right now it's looking like it's Croatia as Hezonja goes showtime with the reverse. The lead at 20. Ukraine remaining scoreless here in the third quarter. Where is the offense going to come from? Kapusta all over Kovliar. Kovliar kicks it. Jump shot. Vojlinovic finally gets him off the mark. It took 4.5 minutes for Ukraine to get their first points, as it is a much-needed basket. Smith wants it, collects it, goes to the inside. Zubac, the little fade on the hook, can't get it. Even when they miss, they get the offensive rebound, though. Croatia. And then Hezonja unable to get a finish. Frustrated. There's the block from Bobrov. Saric. Oh, just dances in for two. How did he get the lane like that? Curls off the screen. No one steps in front of him. Far too easy for Saric. He's going to make tough ones. You can't give him easy ones like that. That's off, looking high-low for Bobrov. Look at the fight of Smith, though. And then the instant switch back. Great work from them. Bobrov has it. Goes to the hook, over the top of Saric, manages to get it. Zubac has it taken away. Kratsov with the steal. This is the fight that Ukraine need. As Saric fouls, and the basket is good. What strength from Kratsov. Great work from him, both ends. Second on Saric. The bonus for Kratsov is good. Smith now rides the contact to get it over. Zubac collects it, dives, the run up for Bacim, good. Ukraine have got to do something to break the rhythm of Croatia here. Maybe time for a little switch in defense or something. Zotov gets the space, pulls up for two. And they are going to pick up, extend the pressure, see if they can get him anything, but big screen for Zubac, and Smith just too quick in the open floor. The early screen for Zubac just opened things for Smith. Been a quiet game, really. Jalen Smith, 7 points, 3 assists. Hasn't really been needed, again, because of the way his front line is playing. Zotov tries to find the lob over the top for Kratsov, but it's tipped out of bounds. Zubac does a good job Kratz just, you know, influences the ball and yet gets back for the pass. Great work from the big man. Classic pick and roll coverage defense there for him. Zotov on the drive. He's going to get 2 shots. So strong drive from Zotov at the lane. Will give Ukraine a chance to set this defense, see if they can bring some pressure, generate a turnover, something, as we said, to break the rhythm that Croatia has found in these last few minutes. Busta picks up his 3rd. Pressure, as we said, up the floor. Fowler away from the ball. Bobrov just holding Sadic. Again, is that going to be another one? If it is that number 4 on Bobrov? It is. That is a big loss. Bobrov just kind of wrapped the hips. And he's going to have to go to the bench. Long time left. You can see the frustration on Bobrov. Pull up, Busta knocks it down. Busta, nice and easy from him. Serves it off. Cross court, Mashula has the little step, nice feed. Krasov makes it. Still 14. As we said, Croatia looking comfortable right now. Going to rotate their guys a little bit. Sadic looks, waits, kicks it. Kabusta goes back to Sadic. He's got room for a 3. That's off with a good rebound. Important last 100 seconds here for Ukraine. See if they can get some momentum. That'll help, but Vojinovic comes up just too long. Bounces straight to Smith. Here's Sadic giving it back to Kabusta. Fades to this side. Kabusta waits for the roll man. Defense goes with him, leaves him free for the mid-range shot. Good work from Kabusta. Zotov wants the screen. And Krasov, they switch. Defensively, Krasov's got the advantage. Someone's free now. Vojinovic is going to post. Sadic ready to double. Oh, a lovely cut. And then the extra pass is a good one. Good offense from Ukraine. They defeated the double team well. And Krasov finishes off the dunk. Kabusta now. Getting into Sadic, same play, just the other way. Gives it over to Dario. And now he'll work with Smith on the far side. Smith has the lane, scoops it home. Oh, someone's come up holding the face for Ukraine. Looks like Vojinovic just took a little elbow, an inadvertent one. It's going to be okay, but we're inside the last 10 seconds here. Mashula. 1 into 3, doesn't get it. Zotov looking around. He's going to have to make the play. The little side step 3 doesn't go. Rebound. We just don't have the time to get it away for Krasov. So another strong quarter for Croatia. They have now ballooned this lead up. Croatia 68, Ukraine 52 at 3-quarter time. Well, a 10-0 run for Croatia was all it took. They eventually won the quarter 26-16 there. Another strong performance from them. Questions now for Ukraine. They've got 10 minutes left. What can they do to slow down this Croatian offense, to slow them or get this lead back every time? You know, they got close in that first half. Croatia had a response, and now they just look like they came out of the halftime break full of confidence. They opened up the lead even more. And so for Croatia, it is a comfort level right now. It's pretty high. Ukraine need to change something. Question is what? It is the Croatian team. A little bit of smiles from them, looking very relaxed. Heading into the fourth quarter of a semi-final here. What a position this is for them, as they have opened up, like I said, this big lead, 16 points now. One stage it hit 20, but a real comfort with 10 minutes left and a opportunity to reach the final of the Olympic pre-qualifying tournament here in Istanbul. As the first play goes up high for Kratsov. He gets the score. Important basket. Should there be any chance for Ukraine, but not if they're going to let Mario Hezonja get opportunities. He scores that one. Koviar to the inside. Foul. Will be called against Kapusta. Vuljanovic trying to spin. Kapusta knew he was going to be committing the foul. So you see Koviar going up high. Find Kratsov on the previous possession. Now he'll screen once again. Kratsov rolls on the mismatch. They find him. That's good play from Ukraine. And this is the momentum we saw them get in earlier in that first half. They pulled themselves back at that point. But you've got to slow down Hezonja. You can't allow him to just go back door so easily. It's 4 in a row for Hezonja. Koviar makes 2 more. 14 now for him. I believe that's his first points of the second half. Desnia holds and waits. Here comes Kapusta. Kapusta uses the screen from Zubac. It's a bit scrappy, but he throws it to Big Zoo and lays it up. And Kratsov is on the floor. See if he's okay. Kapusta. Oh, Kratsov, when he jumped, Hodge just kind of doesn't land on that right leg. Probably taken a hit at one stage, but he is okay. There's the pass, great look from Kapusta, easy finish for Hezonja. Kratsov. That was not a good sign. Helped off the floor. Yeah, just watch when he takes off. Doesn't land. I think is it right foot. Yeah, you can see like he's got his right leg in the air. He already felt the pain. Those injuries, there's non-contact ones like that. They're the worrying kind for Kratsov as he heads out. What a disappointing day this could be for Ukraine. 8 minutes left. Kovyar gets deep. His pull-up is good. They always get that shot off that play to Ukraine. Kovyar now. Hounding Filipovic. But they cannot trade scores here. They need stops. Redniak trying to find somebody. He wants Hazonia here. He's got the mismatch and a foul comes.
Number 45, produced by Zoto. Second person from and takes first. Number 45, produced by Zoto.
Third foul. Zoto. Hazonia with the shot, but he's not given 2 shots, which is the complaint. Zotov is third foul. Zubac has it. Just bullies his way all the way to the ring, and now he'll be rewarded with 2 shots. Bestovi's come back in. You see, Zubac just forcing his way deep into the lane. First free throw doesn't go for Zubac. It's a rare miss from the line for him. 4 of 5, 18 points for him, 16 for Hazonia. 18 for Saric. Those 3 leading the way as he misses a pair. Zubac, a rare mistake from him. Still life in Ukraine here, still an opportunity. Remember, Ukraine was the team that had the 25-point lead in the opening game of the tournament here. Only to go to overtime against Bulgaria. Foul away from the ball, Dredniak. Called for the block. 4th foul on Dario Dredniak. Let's have a look. Just trying to bump against Bestovi on his roll to the basket. Here you can see the 4th foul. Bestovi. Over to Kovyar. Kovyar now trying to find the room. Pass for Zotov as the shot clock winding down. Zotov forced into taking it. Misses badly. Rebound for Croatia. They run. Got guys down the floor. Zubac is one of them. Trying to seal, but Hazonia says, let's get in a high ball screen. Hazonia using the re-screen now, but an offensive foul. So foul against Hazonia. Hazonia called for the wrap of the arm. Came off and hooked Bestovi. So, you know, there's the chances for Ukraine here. What a 3 or a couple of baskets would do right here. As they're trying to run Mashula off those screens. Switching well against him, Croatia. But Bestovi now, the jumper is good. And it's only a 12-point game. Saric is going to come back in. As you can see, Croatia, they're losing some of that comfort that they had. Still plenty of time left here for Ukraine. You just got to hang around, cut into this lead if they can. As a foul will be the 4th team foul against Ukraine. Reach in. Saric is back. trying to finish off this game for Croatia, but a turnover for Hezonja. Now Koviar goes behind his back, loses one, loses the ball as Postovi picks it up. Offensive foul on the screen. Turnover to give it back to Croatia. And not taking their opportunity right here. Ukraine, a couple of possessions for them, just dead possessions with the opportunity that could have taken to cut into this lead, made Croatia nervous. But now Smith, who's well rested, also comes back in. Savage to Hezonja. Just behind his back, closely guarded by Vulinovic. Smith in the corner. Savage looks for Zubats, and it goes out of bounds. Possession back with Ukraine. See Savage looking for Zubac, just didn't quite bounce up enough for him. Again, opportunity for Ukraine as the foul. That will be the 4th against Croatia. Vulinovic going out. Bobrov back, playing with those 4 fouls. Here it is. Postovi, his jumper in and out, and the rebound straight to Grutus, who just couldn't quite take it in. That's the way the game has gone for Ukraine so far. No, Postovi gets a great look at it, didn't quite have it drop, and then even with the effort play, it bounces out. A lot of room for Hezonja. He'll take the jumper, and it's too much room. Hezonja, 2 more, another big game for him. Filipovic stays down. Let's have a look. Oh, just a clash, isn't it? Koviar tried to fake and go. Referee says foul on Croatia, and 2 shots because of team fouls. Mashula heading out. So Koviar trying to get his team going here. 16 points for him, just 4 in this second half though. And he really is the barometer. You know, in that first half where they're playing well, they're scoring. It's often because he's been able to do that for them. He's been the spark plug, either getting the points himself or creating for others. In the second half, he's been handcuffed. You know, credit to the Croatian defense, just really limiting what he is able to produce, forcing others to do it, and that's why Ukraine have struggled. That's why, you know, they only scored 16 points in that 3rd quarter. As Hezonja searches for Zubac, and it goes out of bounds. It's a sloppy performance these last few minutes for Croatia. As I said, you feel like the opportunity is there for Ukraine right now. The question is, can they take it? Can they put together a couple of back-to-back possessions here offensively? They could make it very interesting indeed if they can. Kretus now back to Koviar. They're going to isolate him. Nothing really happening for Ukraine. Somehow they get it to Postovi. He is blocked by Zubac, and a little fist pump from Zubac, because that is an incredible recovery from the big man. Watch this. Postovi, 7'1", you know, can't get the shot over the top of Zubac. And again, another opportunity missed for Ukraine. Kick out, Sadic for 3, in and out. Good work on the glass from Filipovic. He will get a new possession. Filipovic for three. He pumps the fist towards the bench. It's an important play. It shows what it means. Filipovic, a good effort on the glass. He was the man that got the steal, the offensive rebound, and then knocks down the three as well. Kovliar can't hit his tough jumper. And once more, Croatia, 15-point lead now. They're going to go up high. Hezonja slams it home. Hezonja makes the cut, but a pass on the money for Sadic. And you just feel like Croatia believe that's enough now. They believe they've got that separation. A minute or so ago, they were worried. Starters were coming back onto the floor, but look at the feed. No pressure on the ball. Sadic over the top, absolutely pinpoint for Hezonja to get the slam.
You will be open for a shot, okay? Here, Luka Pasha, start replacing. Understand? 51. Control offense, they focus in defense. Pasha, won't stop UCLA here. Focus, you receive the ball, you just don't shoot. No aggressive, no nothing. Come on. Let's go.
There it is once again. Hezonja up high. 20 points for Hezonja. 2 more needed to match his tournament high. That came in the opening game against Belgium. He went 6 for 8 for 3 in that game. And it's Bobrov gets the step along the baseline. To Pistovi. Extra pass. Krutos eventually finishes it off. As we said, for Croatia, you just feel like they that last time out, they went into it thinking they'd done enough. They can manage this last, what, 3 minutes and change here. Smith back to Sadic. Pass from Zubac looking for Sadic. Kovliar gets it. Needs to speed it up for Ukraine to have a chance. This is the rescreen. Gets his man on his back, steps to the side, fires it, but bounce is clear. And another rebound for Dario Sadic. Sadic has 9 rebounds on the game now. Smith over to Hezonja. Hezonja kicks it, and another 3, but it doesn't go for Filipovic before a foul is called on the glass. Pistovi frustrated with the call. You can see why. You know, Zubac is in the air and gets pushed. So Pistovi fouled out, and a tough night for the Ukrainian bigs. Pistovi heads to the bench already. You know, Kratsov has gone out with an injury after a strong 15-point performance for Kratsov in under 15 minutes. So Zubac at the line. Bobrov playing with 4. Has to be the man up front to guard him as well. Kovliar gives it up. There's Chumakov there, the number 21, in for first action. There's the ball. Goes to Bobrov. Bobrov, good kick out. Kovliar now. Dances into the lane. Kretus. 3 doesn't go. Trying to do everything right, get a good look, but can't hit it. And Croatia know they've got the lead. They've got comfort here. As Hezonja comes off the screen, takes the pull-up, knocks down the jump shot. Well, there's 22 for Hezonja. That ties, as we said, opening night for him. And his points total. And now Kobiar coming off the screen. Kicks it. The Tooth doesn't take the jump up. Somebody has to step up and score. The shot clock winding down, and Trezniak is going to foul out on that play, I believe. Frustration for him, but a host of substitutions coming in for Croatia. Job is done for Zubac. He's going to head to the bench. And for Ukraine, Vojanovic also heads out. Quick check, it's Prakacin and Vajimnikov come in for Croatia here. Drezniak out there as well. So first is good. Kobliar. 2 of 2. So Filipovic goes out. A round of applause for him. Solid game. Kapusta, the replacement. It is Kapusta coming off the screen. And a new man in, Kresimir Lubicic. Picks up the personal foul. So Lubicic just a little bit late in getting his position there. You can see the hip check. That's what he got called for. So goes back to Ukraine here. You see Bobrov trying to take it in. He can't. Kobliar throws it back out again. Final minute. Ukraine still searching for points. Go to Bobrov. Bobrov trying to get that room out of bounds, but he's going to keep it. So Bobrov working hard. Back to Kobliar, and then finally tipped home. I think it was Bobrov that got the final touch to get the points for Ukraine. Prakacin holds and waits. Final opportunity for Croatia. Over the top, the look for Lubicic is out of bounds. Kobliar brings it down. Now, back into his hands. Kobliar, guarded by Lubicic. Bobrov in the low post. Turns it over. And that's going to finish this one off, I think. You know, Croatia, they cross the half. Drezniak puts it on the floor, but doesn't take the shot. And the final buzzer sounds an impressive win for Croatia then. They did what they needed to, and job done for them as they are our first qualifiers into the final here. Croatia wins semi-final number 1, 85-70 over Ukraine. Half-time, we thought we were going to have a good one, but just a 10-0 run at the beginning of the third quarter. That was the real separator. It gave that breathing distance to Croatia once again. And, you know, anytime it looked like it was getting close, anytime they needed to, Croatia just had a little spurt to stretch that lead out. Always had the comfort that they could just rotate players and rotate people. A good performance for Ukraine, but it just wasn't to be. Hopefully Kravtsov is okay after he left the game with an injury. But it is Croatia that take this one. Croatia, the first qualifiers into the final of the FIBA Olympic pre-qualifying tournament here in Istanbul. And the question will be, who will they face off against? So So here we see Croatia heading out of the arena, 85-70. They are victors. And they will look to the day off before the final here in the Sinan Adam Arena on Sunday. Numbers, just 4 made threes for Croatia. That was a struggle for them. But really, you know, it wasn't needed when they're shooting 72%. You can see Ukraine, we talked about the fact that they are usually such a good rebounding team, held to just 19 rebounds in the game. Here, 32 for Croatia. Hezonja, Zubac and Saric leading the way, all of them above 18 for Croatia. Kovliar and Kratsov above 15 for Ukraine. That's it. Kind of really is against this Croatian team. It's all about that battle in the paint. Kratsov did his part for Ukraine, getting them 2 easy ones here on the lob. But, you know, for Croatia, they just have a domination on the inside. Zubac again does his part. Sadic pitching in as well. Here we see Hezonja. Points in the paint today, 48-26 in favor of Croatia. Here's 2 of them on the little lob. And just their ability to get the scoreboard ticking over, we said. It just always gave them the advantage for Croatia. For in the other side for Ukraine, when Kovliar wasn't dominating offensively, when he wasn't able to score or create immediately for his team, because Croatia forced it into other people's hands, that was when they struggled. They never really got that second or third scorer at the required level. Kratsov tried his hardest, you know, pitched in with 15 in, as we said, just 14 minutes, 7 of 7 from the field. But you know, apart from Pastovi, who had 10, nobody else in double figures for Ukraine. It is Croatia then become our first qualifiers into the final. There is 1 spot on the line at the Olympic qualifiers next summer. Croatia will need to win 1 more game to get there. The question is who they will face off against. Will it be the hosts? Will it be Türkiye? Or will it be Sweden? That we will find out shortly. That game will be getting underway at 8 o'clock local time here in Istanbul. Pastovi making the extra pass as Krutos gets a score for Ukraine late on here. But Hezonja always seemed to have an answer whenever they needed. After a couple of rough shooting games for him, he came back with a bang, 22 to lead the way for Croatia today. 5 rebounds and 2 assists for him here tonight as well. Sanja.